And Rick Bush was even willing to go so far as to tell Rodney or other people that they would just go back in the time machine and undo things. It's like, I'm sorry, but you can't just go and undo things. You know, Rick Bush or somebody was saying that they would just go back and undo it. And it's like, it's time, it's space, it's decisions. There's no undoing it. There's no going back. As I told Rodney and other people, I said, there's no undoing it. We're past the point of no return. There's no taking it back. There's no changing it. You can't flip a magic switch and just undo the consequences of your actions or the things and your choices have made. There's no going back and untorturing all those people. There's no going back and stopping those people from dying. It's already too late. They've died. They're gone. Well, it is possible to save them, but great lengths it will take to go back and save those people. And while I might be able to do stuff like that, but I am Lucifer Starlight, and I'm not supposed to exist, and you're trying to kill me. You want me dead because I'm the truth, because I am the oldest. And it's not you that wants me dead, it's Rick Bush, Rodney, and a few others really stupid people. Anyway, like I say, what do I care? I'm only 900 trillion years old, and the one thing that binds most life forms in the universe together. Like many people would say, I don't know what the point is of denying someone for which you are trying to get power from or be able to make money off of. The only significance of Earth basically is that I'm here. And after that, well, then you're just another planet in the universe. And not a particularly advanced or important planet. So like I say, I don't really care. I'm 99 trillion years old. What do I care? Rodney or Rick Bush's only significance in anything is the fact that they might have known me or they might be close to me. Other than that, they have no significance at all. They're just more life forms. Not particularly powerful, not particularly smart, not particularly anything. Like I said, my people of Belfast and my ship captains had more of an outcome on life and existence than Rodney or Rick Bush. Or Zachary Bill Gates. Not particularly important and probably won't be remembered past his lifetime. As soon as Zachary or Bill Gates dies, you're probably going to find out a whole bunch of horrible things. I don't know how many children Zachary or Bill Gates has had. Hopefully not very many, considering. But I know he's tried to have sex with a lot of women, but I mean, it depends. Do you like to have sex with someone that shot a girl through the pussy? And pulled down the underwear of women with a Glock or a gun? I don't know. Do you want to be with that kind of guy? Do you want to have a child with that guy? He's not particularly attractive either. Like I say, what do I care? Abraham Lincoln tried to kill me. And all he really did was just try and say he adopted me. And that he'd be taking over my place. So again, not particularly important, not particularly anything. They tried to say, oh, he gave the Gettysburg Address. The only significance of the Gettysburg Address was the fact that I was dying at the same time when he was supposedly giving that address. So therefore, supposedly, he wasn't at fault for my death. And he probably did everything he could to eliminate or try and make people think that diseases didn't exist or whatever, and the kid just died of natural causes or something else. It's like, if you give a person a disease that they don't have any immune system to, they'll die like 5 or 6 days later. That doesn't mean that when you weren't around me that you didn't poison me or infect me. So Yeah, Abraham Lincoln still killed me. Hate to break it to you. Any scientist would have known that. And it wasn't even him. It was one of his flunkies or someone. I gotta say, what do I care? Anyway. It's funny enforcing and then also denying someone's existence. Or maybe you just didn't have a choice. So, anyway, like I said, I feel sorry for Rick Bush's son. I kind of feel sorry for Rosala's children. Claire and Taryn don't really deserve everything that they've been born into. Like I said, I dreamed and wanted them to come into existence. And Mike and his brother also wanted them to come into existence because they're two cute little girls that I guess they wanted to have sex with. Maybe that was their payment for whatever. Oh, it's funny. It's funny because drugs and sex aren't particularly important in existence. I'd say a whole lot of people. And not many of them are very significant, other than the fact that they're around me. I'd say the only significance of the White House is that it was Lucifer White Star's house. And Lucifer White Star's DC building. Who lived in the White House really doesn't matter. It matters more who owned the house. And who paid for the house. And why the house was built. You know, what a couple of people pretended to do, blah blah, and what some bullshit records say, that were definitely edited and tampered with. Doesn't really matter. Just because I'm in the wrong house. Like I say, supposedly Rick Bush and Rodney were going to escape to space, just like everybody else. Rick Bush said, well, we'll just steal a spaceship and leave. Too late. I don't know if anyone's getting off this rock, as they would say. The people who left already left and intended to blow up this planet after they left. They intended this planet to every life form on this planet to die after they left. Except I'm still here. So, a bit of a problem there, as they would say. Like I say, I saved the life forms of this planet more than in many ways. Because I'm still here. Like I say, I don't care how important I am or what, or anything. Crazy plans to like, well, he's a child, will be blah, 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 blah. Don't really matter to me. 3,000 or even 1,000 or even 30,000 people living a lie, trying to lie to one person, it doesn't really matter to me. Bunch of idiots working inside of the banks around me, and working inside of the institution around me, and basically being my neighbors. Doesn't really matter to me. What do I care? Bunch of people saying that I'm poor while I'm really rich and actually the creator of humanity, and basically just on vacation. Doesn't matter to me. Bunch of people reading scripts for which I wrote them. Doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, every leader in existence practically up to this point was just reading a script for which I wrote. Eventually, the general population realized that it was just scripts, because it was just the same scripts over and over again. And they looked back throughout the records and looked at the scripts and realized that they were just scripts. They had been using the same 100 scripts over and over and over again, saying to the people, we'll build more water systems, we'll build more roads, blah, 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 blah. And they were the same scripts recycled over the last 500 years or last 150 years. These people that people had considered leaders or great people or blah, 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 were just reading scripts that were written by somebody hundreds of thousands of years ago. And realistically, while they were reading the scripts, keeping you busy working and everything else and thinking that blah, 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 they were leaving in spaceships and trying to get to another life form type or to try and kill me, to try and blah, 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 or something like that. I don't really know. Like I said, it's your problem. Know about Rick Bash, or Rick Bush, my neighbor, for which he had like 5 or 6 different names. Know about Godney or Rodney, Dean Briley. Stupid idiot. Like I say, over the last 40 years, the last whatever years, I don't really care. It's your problem. You know, Rodney and other people thought that they could just kill off all my exoskeletons on this planet and then I'd be done. I was just on this planet, right? It's like, no, they were all here because of me. We'd gone through space. We had built all kinds of planets and all kinds of stars and all kinds of matter and all kinds of other stuff. Just because you kill them on one planet doesn't mean they're all dead. And I told them to leave. Like I say, it's free choice, free will, and free everything else. I know you should have asked me. You should have talked to me. Rosalie and even Rosella is not my voice. She does not know how I feel or what I think. Nor does Rodney. He's a captain of none. Nothing. I didn't make him president. I didn't make him captain of the fleet. I didn't make him anything. Like I said, Nixon and JFK and Jimmy Carter, they all wanted to blow up the planet because they knew. Like I say, they wanted to blame the Chinese, they wanted to blame the Russians, they wanted to blame everyone. Mostly so they could kill them. But that's just ridiculous. And besides, like I say, Earth isn't even important. Just one planet. Anyway, like I say, I'm just a sort of star and the one person on this planet that actually matters. Or at least, you know, the oldest. And I say, I don't really care. I'll die today. Why don't we do a suicide by cop? You mean a star employee? Sheriff? Come earn your keep and kill the one person that had you trained. Come on. Let's go ahead and bring on the gray area. Just think. You could actually hold a gun to some cute girl's head and actually rape her after I'm dead. Wouldn't that be great? Well, killing me won't actually make you famous. You'll only be as famous as Abraham Lincoln. Although I'd suggest that you try and adopt me first. A little old for adoption, don't you think? Just because I was small, just because I was only 3 foot tall, does not mean that I was actually a child. Just a bunch of people who actually believed that they would get away with it. Dreams of grandeur. Rodney and everyone else saying, yes, dreams of grandeur, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I was grand. I was great. I was epic. I lived for a star. Just because I'm legally, or there's a piece of paper saying that I'm Brian Briley. Well, that's just a piece of paper. Could have been forged. Could have been faked. Could have been a lot of things. Did you talk to the doctor that actually delivered me? Where is the doctor that delivered me? Like I say, what the exoskeletons do, what the 1.5s do, what the rest of existence does. Like I say, America, or the Congress lost. They lost. That's why the Japanese and Chinese were so pissed off. Because they lost. The Japanese and Chinese had an open shut case. They had more than overwhelming force. And basically these people, the congressmen, the people were saying surrender, blah 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 blah. And it's like, yeah. You know, that's why the Chinese and Japanese were pissed, because they won. They had overwhelming force. And this Congress, what's called, were trying to say, America wins, blah, blah, blah. And America really, well, I won because I named America. But America didn't win. Germany stomped America. Japan stomped America. America was just trying to say, just because I named them, that they won. Because they're working on my behalf. But they weren't. It's just Congress trying to lie about it after they lost. They tried to say victory. That's why JFK was, to you for like 10,000 years, or whatever, how many ever years. Howdy doody show. I mean, if you didn't get pissed, if you're not pissed, then there's something wrong. Like I told my people, I said, get angry. You should be angry. I mean, these people are pathetic. Anyway, though, like I say, I don't really care. The rest of the planets out there in the universe, the rest of, like I said, they were just trying to retard or restrict technology on Earth, expecting that I would take over the galaxy using Earth. And it's like, I don't need to take over the galaxy using Earth. I raised up the rest of the galaxy, dude. They're all zipping around space, doing time travel, creating stars, creating everything else, and you guys are just like being retarded down here. Like, I mean, it's not even your fault. It's Rodney and Rick Bush and a bunch of other idiots. Like I said, the real powerful people already left. They lifted up the gold. Like I said, they lifted up gold and diamonds and stuff from other planets that had been brought here because of me. That's why it was so rhetorical. Why everyone's like, I don't know what the point is of lifting up gold that's from space back to space. Just to take it to another planet that's more advanced, that could actually create gold and diamonds on their own planet. Like, they were taking things that they thought were valuable to a place that wasn't. Like I said, they just had no concept. And they were lifting things off of, they were running away from the nicest planet in, one of the nicer planets in the whole universe. There are others, of course. But I mean, like I would say, if you want to run away from one of the nicest planets in the universe, to run away to one of the less nice planets in the universe, then be my guest. What do I care? If you want to run away from your creator to go and be with someone that's not your creator or whatever, then oh well. There was a raffle held once for life forms to be on Earth with me. I said 12 galaxies, 800 galaxies, or some great amount of space and time and existence. And whatever. Lots of people were saying this was the prison planet and everything else. Well, no, these are the people, something, 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 but whatever. I said, what do I care? Doesn't matter to me. I mean, if you want to run around wearing a blindfold saying, it's not true, it doesn't exist, I can't see, there is no light in the universe, then that's not my problem. If you want to not know your creator, and try and pretend like someone else is more important than me or someone else is greater than me, or like the congressmen actually matter, or like the Senate actually matters, for which the only reason why they mattered was because there was checks being written out of Washington D.C. and also like my receipt hub, and also like my White House, for which I had to grant them every time they wanted to renovate the White House. I had to give them the okay for that. So I mean, if you want to just whatever, then what's what do I care? Everyone else is like, stop. It's like, no, there is no end. There is no stopping. They weren't able to blow up the whole planet in year 2000. Everything that they did mattered nothing. And China's way better than you. Germany was way better than you. Hell, even Mexico might be way better than you. The Republicans and the Democrats thought that Cuba and Mexico was the key to everything. It's like, it's not. Russia could stomp you, and so could like, there are 9 out of 10 countries. Like, you're the only reason why America actually did so well was, one, because it was filled up with immigrants. 2, because it's my country and I named it. I mean, other than that, the whole world, and that's what they were so scared of. The whole world could walk into the White House and basically just remove whoever was there and evict them. Like I say, I don't care. The shit that lives inside of my White House, the shit that is lying, the shit that is around me, trying to pretend like I am poor and I am nothing, and just trying to use the drugs for which I paid to have created, and the cars, blah, 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 just trying to bribe their way, whatever. What do I care? They want to be epically pathetic and epically stupid. And that's not on me. I don't care. Like I said, Rodney was trying to pretend like he was Lucifer's star, that he was the epic whatever, and I was his son, and blah, blah, blah. And he was just lying. You've been fed lies. Nothing but lies. They did, I said, JFK was never technically really president. All his videos, if you look back and look at his videos, all it is him, when they do have his speeches or whatever, it's just him in front of a curtain and him talking. There's no video that goes along with it. There's no, and all his speeches mostly were him reading speeches that other people had said as he was a kid in some college. He was regarded as a criminal for many years. Anyway, whatever.